This is the WJTS News. Hello, thank you for tuning in. I am Bill Potter reporting. We have more details from the Indiana State Police on the shooting Monday in New Albany that left 2 people dead. The Indiana State Police in Sellersburg are investigating a police-involved shooting after the suspect allegedly murdered 2 people, led police on a pursuit, and later kidnapped a woman at gunpoint. Around 10 o'clock Monday morning, authorities learned of a double murder at a New Albany gas station located at Beechwood and Grant Line roads. Officers with the New Albany Police Department, the Floyd County Sheriff's Department, and the ISP responded to the scene. When officers observed the suspect driving a maroon SUV, they pursued the suspect to Charlestown Road just north of I-265. The suspect then stopped in his car in a business parking lot, fled on foot, and entered a local restaurant. Once inside the restaurant, the suspect allegedly took a woman hostage at gunpoint and forced her into a silver SUV in a back parking lot. As officers inundated the area, the hostage fell from the vehicle, and the suspect then attempted to run over officers. Responding police officers from the New Albany Police Department and the Floyd County Sheriff's Department then shot and subdued the suspect. The suspect and the kidnapping victim were transported to the University Hospital in Louisville with non-life-threatening injuries. ISP detectives and crime scene investigators are investigating the kidnapping and police-involved shooting at the Charlestown Road scene. The double murder is being investigated by detectives with the New Albany Police Department. As of this news release, no names have been released. Distracted driving has become a leading cause of vehicle crashes on the road. According to the latest data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, nearly 39,000 people were killed on U.S. roads in 2020. Of those, about 8% were caused by a distracted driver. With traffic fatalities on the rise in Indiana and April being Distracted Driving Awareness Month, state and local officials are urging motorists to put down the phone and drive distraction-free to prevent crashes and save lives. Distracted driving is considered any activity that diverts attention away from safely operating a vehicle. It can be visual, manual, or cognitive, and includes everything from eating to listening to loud music to more recent trends like vlogging or video blogging. While all forms are considered dangerous, texting continues to be the most prevalent, especially among millennials and Generation Z. Research shows that young drivers ages 16 to 24 have been observed using handheld electronic devices while driving at higher rates than older drivers since 2007. Indiana took aim at distracted driving in 2020 when it passed the hands-free device driving law, which prohibits the use of holding a mobile device while driving. Since then, law enforcement agencies have been working overtime to educate motorists about the law, issuing more than 6,000 hands-free citations and almost twice as many warnings last year alone. To expand awareness, police agencies in Indiana will once again be joining thousands across the nation for a one-day enforcement campaign to combat texting and other forms of distracted driving. On April 7th, motorists can expect to see increased roving and high-visibility patrols with officers on high alert for hands-free violations. The Connect to Disconnect campaign is funded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, with grants administered by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. Violators of the hands-free law could face a Class C infraction with fines up to $500 and have points added to your license. For more information on distracted driving, visit distraction.gov, or for more information about Indiana's hands-free device driving law, visit handsfreeindiana.com. Vincennes University invites potential students and their families to experience a snapshot of life at Vincennes University during Preview Days on Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd. The Office of Admissions is hosting this free event with activities starting at the Red Skelton Performing Arts Center, which is located at 20 Red Skelton Boulevard on the Vincennes campus at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Students and their families will have the opportunity to explore what it is like to be a trailblazer and learn about VU's more than 180 degrees and programs. They will also meet with current students, Tour the 200-plus acre Vincennes campus, connect with admissions counselors, and dine at Tecumseh Dining Center. To register for preview days or pre-VU, visit vinu.edu/prevu or contact Vincennes University. The Hampton Inn Jasper has been recognized with a Conrad Achievement Award. The award is presented to the top 1% of hotels in the entire brand based on total quality score rankings. These rankings are based upon overall service, problem resolution, making guests feel welcomed, cleanliness of room, and overall quality assurance scores. The Hampton Inn Jasper was named the number 2 highest ranking Hampton by Hilton out of 1,319 ranked within the brand, and was also ranked number 4 out of 2,305 total ranked Hampton by Hilton and Hampton Inn and Suites properties. Jasper Inn, the Hampton Inn Jasper is part of Hilton Honors, the award-winning guest loyalty program for Hilton's 18 world-class brands. Hilton Honors members who book directly through preferred Hilton channels have access to instant benefits, including a flexible payment slider that allows members to choose nearly any combination of points and money to book a stay, an exclusive member discount that can't be found anywhere else, and free standard Wi-Fi. Members also have access to contactless technology exclusively. Evansville is taking the next step to help its firefighters. The city is installing boxes that will sync traffic lights in town, allowing fire trucks to work with traffic as opposed to having to fight it. Assistant Fire Chief Paul Anslinger says syncing the lights means fire trucks don't have to worry about cross traffic and don't have to worry about stopping on a dime to avoid a crash. The Indiana Department of Transportation, in partnership with the Indiana Office of Energy Development, announced Tuesday that it has issued a request for information to inform development of the state's electric vehicle implementation plan. Indiana will soon receive National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Formula funds to invest in electric vehicle charging stations, along with the state's federally designated alternative fuel corridors. Indiana's interstates have been designated at AFCs and under the program must have infrastructure installed first. Corridor infrastructure must adhere to guidelines set by the U.S. Department of Transportation for charger efficiency, location, and accessibility. The funding is part of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, also known as the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. INDOT is allocated approximately $14.7 million this year and expects to invest approximately $100 million for EV charging infrastructure over the next 5 years. In addition to the national funding, the infrastructure bill includes $2.5 billion in competitive grants available to eligible applicants, including state and local governments, and other groups for electric vehicle charging and alternative fuel infrastructure. In preparation to deploy charging infrastructure through the funding, the state is developing a federally required state electric vehicle implementation plan. INDOT will accept questions until 5 p.m. on Monday, April 11th. That's this coming Monday, and will post questions and answers online at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, April 15th. Responses are due by 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, April 29th. Request for information, questions, and responses may be sent to evchargingrfi@indot.in.gov. INDOT will offer additional public comment opportunities through in-person and online meetings during the plan development process. Details on meeting opportunities will be shared on the program's webpage. The state expects to submit the state EV implementation plan for federal review by August 1st, 2022. Women of the Church, a Catholic Leadership Forum, will launch its first regional gathering June 17th through 19th at St. Mildred Seminary and the School of Theology in St. Mildred. Women of all ages will gather to nurture their leadership roles wherever they are on their journey. Participants will be invited to listen and learn from leaders in the church and bring their own experiences into conversation with others. Registration is now open at womenofthechurch.org and will be capped at 50 participants. Deadline to register is June 1st. The fee is $250, which includes room and meals, or $100 for commuters. Sessions will include a recorded video conversation with Carrie Alice Robinson and an in-person presentation by Dr. Kimberly Baker. Robinson is the executive partner for global and national initiatives at Leadership Roundtable and executive director-elect of Opus Prize Foundation. Baker is a co-founder of Women of the Church and associate professor at St. Mildred Seminary and School of Theology. Workshops will be led by Judith Feen, Rachel Forbes Kaufman, and Sister Gina Vissel, OSB. Feen, a retired vice president for mission at St. Mary's College in Notre Dame, will lead leadership lessons from one woman's journey. Forbes Kaufman will lead how purpose changes across your lifetime, tools for discerning life transitions. She is the founding director of the Retirement Institute, a ministry of Forbes Wellbeing Advisors. And Sister Gina will speak on seeking the visible face of God, praying with icons. She is a Benedictine sister of the Monastery Immaculate Conception in Ferdinand and Dean of School of Theology programs at St. Mildred Seminary and School of Theology. The regional forum is sponsored by St. Mildred Seminary and School of Theology and the Loyola Foundation. Now stay tuned. WJTS News will continue in a moment with a look at weather, and Kurt Guxel steps in with a look at sports.